Okay. So, lowered the bit rate. Hopefully that will help. So far, it seems to be doing okay. Although, as soon as I tried moving, I immediately dropped up to almost 100 frames. Okay, let's come down here where these guys are, so there's regular movement. Yeah, and okay, we'll go and see how this goes, but for right now, I don't know. I may need to, I don't know, cycle the router or something. I honestly don't know what's wrong with this thing. Yeah, as of right now, I've dropped 13, almost 15% of my frames. I mean, this is just, oh my god. I'm used to dropping like maybe 1 to 2% at most across an entire stream, not, 20% of them. I don't understand what is going on with this thing. I mean, I don't want to drop up the bitrate to basically 0, but at the same time, it's looking like I may not have a choice because it's dropping way too many frames. And it's never been a problem before. I've literally done everything I possibly can to fix this, and I have no idea what the problem is. I've restarted my computer, I've restarted OBS, I've lowered my bitrate. The only thing I haven't done is reset my router. All of my internet stuff is working just fine, except for the stream. For whatever reason, the bitrate is causing frame drop or something. I mean, but I dropped the bitrate significantly, and it's still dropping frames. This is very annoying, and I have no idea how to fix it. I don't know. I'm just gonna let the stream go. I've only got a few hours that I can stream today anyways. So, I don't know. We'll just let it go, hope it fixes itself, and just roll with it, I guess. to do about it. That's the problem, is I have no idea what to do about it. So just I mean, it's running okay, but it's still running about 13% frame drop, which is way higher than I like, and way higher than I'm used to. And it's high enough that OBS actually flags it as problematic. I mean, OBS will flag anything over 10% frame drop as a problem. But again, I have no idea how to fix this. I've done everything I can think of. I mean, again, other than resetting the router, I have not reset my router. But again, I don't really want to, nor do I think it would help. I mean, really, the only time it spikes is when I'm battling, which is annoying. Because that's when the most action's going on, and when you guys really want to see and should be seeing what's going on. I mean, just watching me ride a bike down a route is boring as hell. But I don't know why it's dropping frames so much. Remember if that thing's weak to ground or not. I don't think it is. Also, screw you too. How did that not kill it? Probably gonna die to inside or innards out anyways. Oh nope, really hurt. Okay, cool. So, I have no idea what to do about my frame rate. I don't know what to do about the dropped frames. There's a protector there if you want to evolve Rhydon into Hyperior. What that sign there is explaining, and the reason I read it is because I wanted to explain it a little. It's talking about the critical catch, which is where the ball shakes once in the air and then once on the ground and you catch the Pokemon. What it also explains there is that the more Pokemon you catch, the more likely you are to get a critical catch. Which is something they actually added in this game. In previous games, starting in Gen 5, I believe, critical catch was a thing, but it was unaffected by any of the modifiers for anything. So there really wasn't any way to increase your chances of getting a critical catch. You can stop anytime now. See, this is why I hate moves like that. I try to use them, I get like 2, maybe 3 if I'm lucky. The computer uses them and they max hit every time. Hey, Snap Trap, finally. Now, Snap Trap is a little weird. It's kind of like Bind or Wrap, Whirlpool, anything like that, except it's a grass type move. Going. Oddly enough, I'm actually going to get rid of Bulldoze for it, surprisingly. Because we've still got Earth Power, and, having the Grass type move will actually be useful versus Water types. Which I know is weird, because he's Ground Steel, and shouldn't really be fighting Water types, but... I accidentally ran into Wilmer. And Wilmer's apparently trying to rest first turn. Okay. Not really sure why you'd do that, but sure. Whatever. And Wilmer dies to hail. Now, flying, bounce, and stuff like that does not protect you from hail and weather effects. However, going underwater or underground does. I can get away with one more. gonna double super potion there. Okay. Yeah, it's still maintaining right around 10.5, 11% frame drop. That's terrible. But it is lower than the like 20 that it was doing earlier. So I don't know. Maybe it's fixing itself. I have no idea. And luckily the stream doesn't seem to be suffering because of it, so I don't know. I'm actually gonna switch in Nth Trap and show Snap Trap. Buffeted by hail, hurt by the trap. Okay, he's not attacking me. Good to know. Trap's still working. That focus energy did you a whole lot of good. Now, Snap Trap's not really going to be useful here because it's water flying, and the flying will make it resistant to Snap Trap. So we'll just drill pack it. The only other thing I can think of for the frame aims dropping is just too much neighborhood connectivity with the bandwidth and stuff in the neighborhood being clogged up, but I've never had this problem before, so I don't know why that would be any different now. That, and it shouldn't be affecting my bandwidth. Now, of course, as I said earlier, the weather is still not cooperating to allow me to get Hone Edge, which is unfortunate, but there's really nothing I can do about it. Honestly, if we get to the point where we're getting ready to go up against Rion and the champion tournament without Hone Edge, I will probably just run without Hone Edge. And I may grab another Steel type for a 6th Pokemon, or I may just run 5 Pokemon. I mean, honestly, versus Rion, we'll probably be running 4. Maybe 5 if I can get Hone Edge, but there's a good chance that we may just be running 4 or 5 Pokemon for the vast majority of this. Also, there's a tunnel here that you can't get through, and these guys will fight you if you walk between them. And naturally, Team Yell shows up. Now, the downside to this is, unlike Hop and when Sonia's around, she doesn't necessarily worry about healing your Pokemon. So, our Pokemon aren't actually healed before this fight. So, we're going into this with injured Pokemon. Granted, we're also going into this with a Heavy Slam Caparaja, so ow. That kind of hurt. I'm gonna switch to Razor. Scrafty is actually dark fighting there, so Razor actually was a far better choice. Nth Trap is actually the best option here, simply because Morpeko is Electric Dark, and if you haven't gathered yet, her entire team is Dark type. You've been tormented. You've been destroyed. And again, Toxicroak is still, you know, poison dark, so ground is still our best bet, although due to torment we can't use it. So I'm gonna sucker punch him. Ah, he sucker punched my sucker punch. Okay, well, that's bad. If we hit ourselves, we're pretty much dead. Yep. We're dead. Because he's gonna sucker punch us out. Yep. I mean, granted, he can't really do a whole lot because a lot of her moves for Toxicroak are poison based. That's not what I wanted to do there. I wanted to Hone Claws, not Power Trip. Also, we also know that's his third Sucker Punch, so he's only got 2 more Sucker Punches left. Honestly, that's not actually helpful. I mean, it is, but if we hit ourselves, we're in trouble. Now, we currently have 3 stat boosts and 1 accuracy boost. So, we have 4 boosts right now. I'd like to have 6. He's also got 1 more confusion, and that's it. Or 1 more sucker punch. Now that we've got 6 boosts, I'm gonna go ahead and Power Trip. That's gonna be his last sucker punch. So he can no longer sucker punch us. He's also not really gonna be doing well after that, and I'm going to go ahead and just finish him with Drill Peck. Hopefully. Granted, this all comes down to whether we hurt ourselves or not, but... Alright, we're good. Yeah, and as I said, her Toxicroak really isn't a problem there for this team, simply because honestly, it has Sucker Punch and Swagger. Its other 2 moves are Poison type and thereby don't affect any of my Steel type Pokemon. So, the fact that I'm using Steel type means that half of Toxicroak's moveset are basically just trash. Yeah, I've had around 11% frame drop for the last 25 minutes, too. That sucks. I mean, it is down to about 10.5% right now, but it's not super great. Another massive spike, which is going to cause huge amounts of frame drop. Okay, let's check the lotto while we're here. Last digit, moo milk, yay. Okay. Also, there isn't really a whole lot more they're going to add to the store. They'll eventually add max potions, full restores, and max repels, but that's pretty much it. Hey look, we got Pierre's league card. Yay! Now we get to fight a bunch of Team Yell idiots, who, if you haven't guessed, are basically the gym trainers of this area. Oh look, Fury Swipes, yay, we get to sit here and watch him hit us 5 times. Oh, nope, only 4 this time. Ooh, baby. He rolled a nat 1 on that, apparently. And then we get to one-shot his Lanoon with Heavy Slam, because reasons. And the other girl there literally does nothing, doesn't challenge us in any way, just runs off. And that Mr. Mime's blocking the path. We try to go backwards, and these guys block our way. I don't know why they stop us from going backwards, but they do. I will be right back. I gotta take this. Okay, so that was my work. Apparently they need me in early, so I have to be to work at 4 instead of 5. So we've only got another, I don't know, 2 hours or so before I have to get ready for work. So it's definitely going to be a short stream today. I'll probably stream more tomorrow, because I don't have to be to work till 5 o'clock tomorrow, so it shouldn't be too bad. I should be able to do a morning stream. That hopefully has less frame drop. I really don't know why I have an 11% frame drop right now, but and then the Mr. Mime just runs off. I mean, literally, if the Mr. Mime had just stood there, we'd be stopped forever. I honestly don't know why they, you know, have him leave. I mean, they could literally stop everyone just by leaving that Mr. Mime there permanently. It makes no sense. But, hey. I forgot that was gonna... Honestly, I was hoping he was gonna survive that. Or that they weren't gonna use a move like that. I was hoping he was gonna use something else like Fake Out or something. As odd as that sounds, but... Or Pursuit or something. Something that wasn't Brick Break. And if you haven't noticed, all of the Team Yell guys have one Pokemon. They're literally zero challenge. And you only ever fight one of them at a time. Also, there's conveniently a max revive right here. So even though there's always 2 of them, you only ever battle one. Yay, Weavile. You're Metal Clawing the Steel type. Good luck with that. Let me teach you how to use steel moves properly. I literally have the bitrate down at 2,000 right now, when I know I've streamed at like a 6,000 bitrate before. So I don't know why I'm getting so many drop frames. In fact, fact, when I stream from my Xbox, I stream at like 5K. I don't know why. And I usually stream the Switch at like 3K. I don't know why I had to drop it up to 2K and I'm still getting lag and frame drop. In the last like 45 minutes, I've dropped almost 10,000 frames, which is ridiculous. Oh no, toxic spikes. Because I was totally planning on switching my team out. Oh no, more toxic spikes. Because again, I was totally planning on upping Pokemon in. Okay. Well, you guys lost. Congratulations. Yeah, you guys are idiots. Congratulations. And even though you can go far enough back to see the Pokemon Center, because you're basically just in the streets, you can't actually go heal. It does actually, if you try to go back past the guy at the counter, he does basically say, hey, do you want to quit? And if you say yes, you have to redo all of these fights. It'll actually be faster to go this way. Which, granted, is a good way to get experience if you need it, but at the same time, why? Hello, how you doing? Okay, and let's save before we take Piers on. now we get to have a regular old gym battle because there's no power spot and we can't Dynamax here. So we literally just have an old-fashioned Pokemon battle. That's why I saved, because I didn't remember what his first Pokemon was, but I knew he had a Scrafty somewhere in his team. So I want to have Razor as my first Pokemon, not Tongues. There we go. Okay. Now let's go fight Piers. Okay, now we're sitting much better for this fight. Since that's really his only Pokemon that's going to give us much problems, being as it's part fighting type. Just because almost every time someone sees me fighting something that uses Fake Out, they ask, you cannot Sucker Punch Fake Out. It does not work. Fake Out has a higher priority. Which, oddly enough, they actually changed in this game. We'll just let Razor keep going. Fake Out and Sucker Punch in the old games actually did have the same priority. However, due to Sucker Punch needing to go before damage moves, they actually changed Sucker Punch to having a +2 priority, whereas most priority moves are only +1. And they gave Fake Out a priority of +3, which makes it the only +3 priority move. So it literally goes before absolutely everything. So there is absolutely no way to dodge Fake Out other than just switching to a Pokemon that is immune to the type. Which, Fake Out being a normal type move, if you switch to a Ghost Pokemon, it won't work, but that's the only way to deal with it. honestly, Malamar is dark water, so realistically my best bet would actually technically be Nth Trap. So I could use Snap Trap, being a grass type move, but now, even though he technically has one more Pokemon left, Obstagoon is his ace. That may actually kill us. Yeah. That's mildly disappointing there. Okay. Let's Muddy Water to lower its accuracy. Oh, hey, he tried countering, and Muddy Water being a special move doesn't trigger counter. Cool. Granted, I didn't get the accuracy lower I wanted on it, but still. I still haven't gotten accuracy lower. What the hell? Also, I actually don't know the PP on Obstruct, so I have no idea how many times he can do that. I mean, that's at least 4. Finally, accuracy lower. Aha, I avoided you. Get snapped. Okay, thank God. Okay, his ace is down. So, now we're better. We're not super great, but we're better. I may actually end up max reviving Tongues just to have him here. Nth Trap actually is the best choice for this. He's just very, very injured, and I'd rather heal him up. The big advantage here is the same as with Marnie's Toxicroak, is it's dark poison, and So its poison moves like Toxic can't do anything. I'm gonna Hone Claws just because I know I'm gonna die anyways. Alright, so now we're gonna throw out Nth Trap and just Earth Power. Yeah, I don't really care about the Sucker Punch. I'm a little disappointed that didn't one-shot. Good thing I didn't try to Sucker Punch the Sucker Punch. GG Piers. So that's Gym Badge 7. So now all we have left is Rion, the Dragon Trainer. Which I'm going to go ahead and say right now, Rion's Ace and Dynamax Pokemon is a Duraludin. Thanks for having a great battle. Now get out of my way. Can I heal my Pokemon first, guys? I mean, you know, half my team's, you know, dead. Sure. Now, I'm gonna go heal. Also, I'd like to point out that Piers is the 7th gym leader, and gym leader position in Galar is based on strength. So, the gym leader that doesn't Dynamax is considered the second strongest gym leader. So, yeah. I mean, all of the others, Dynamax, he does not, and yet he is still considered the second strongest. So, that probably tells you something. Also, I'm going to fake out the toxicity. Just because I don't want to deal with it. And Marcactus is going to get one shot. Ooh, I even crit. That was probably unnecessary, but, you know, works. Yeah, nope. Don't need Metal Sound for anything. Okay. The fact that I missed Steel Wing is annoying. Now I'm not actually worried about the damage I took there. Hello, officer. Come on, guys. Get out of the way. Hop. You're in my way. Where's Leon? Yeah, great. Yeah, that's fine. Just get out of the way. Safety goggles. Now, the safety goggles there actually make it so, if a Pokemon's holding them, they're immune to weather effects. And there is the one trainer there I could fight, but I'm just not really in the mood for it at the half second. I just want to get back to Hammerlock. through Rion so I can go get my Duraludin. Yay. Yeah. There must be something we can do. Probably not really, but, you know, maybe. Yeah, so that's a no. So he's going back to Spike Myth to fight Piers. We're gonna go fight Rion. I'm actually gonna check my items real quick. That's disappointing. I actually hoped to have one of my Pokemon know an Ice or Fairy move, but Stealth Rock can be useful, so I'm going to teach it 2 tongues. I'm going to actually teach it over Strength. That way I can first turn set up Stealth Rock. Because, honestly, I don't really have an answer to dragon types. Yeah. And now we literally have to leave the gym and go to the other side of town to do our gym challenge. Because the gym challenge takes place in the vault, not in the gym itself, which makes no sense, but, you know, reasons. So, I actually don't know what would happen here if you only had a single Pokemon going into this gym challenge. Now that I think about it, I don't actually know why I did that. There was no reason to Stealth Rock, he only has 2 Pokemon. Oh no, he confused me. So, on the bright side, my OBS is saying I'm down to 7.2% dropped frames. The downside, I've only got about another hour and a half I can stream today. So, it at least looks like whatever was causing the frame drop did fix itself. So that's good. And hopefully it stays fixed when I stream tomorrow and stuff. My goal for today, for the next hour and a half, is to get through Rion and get Duraludon. I'm trying to think if any of these gym trainers have more than 2 Pokemon, and I think they all just rock 2 Pokemon. Now, this one is particularly bad because fire types. And yeah. I probably should have actually used Stealth Rock there just to avoid the Shell Trap. But yeah, that's the problem. Now, luckily, Nth Trap can muddy water them. Which should, in theory, take out the Turditor. If Drill Peck doesn't. Except, yeah. It managed to hold on because it loves us, which is fantastic. But yeah. So, we're kind of screwed. And through the power of love, the burn was recovered. But again, Ninetales is technically faster than us. So... So, yeah. This is a problem. Although Nth Trap refuses to die through the power of love, so we're gonna get out of this battle. Okay, so yeah, that was a thing. So yeah, that's why I was concerned about this gym, as because yeah, that can happen. So yeah, that was a thing. Now, granted, we've got one more trainer, and we've currently got 2 Pokemon alive, both of them at less than 5 health. Oh, sorry, Razor's at 8 health. So, yeah. use a Moo Moo Milk on both of them. Well, actually, a Super Potion Kitty. Then I guess we'll Hyper Potion to a Super Potion on the other two. I mean, I could have just Max Potioned as well, but at least I could have Max Potioned of one of them. I've only got one Oranberry. How many Citrus Berries do I have? 10. That works. That's what I'm looking for. We'll give Tongues a Metal Coat, which, well, it doesn't allow evolution in any way. It does, you know, raise the strength of steel moves, so that's a thing that's useful. And if you haven't figured out by now, other than just the dragon type, the gimmick for this gym is weather. Which, oddly enough, you get rain, sun, and hail here. You don't get a sandstorm, which is the one thing that our Pokemon are immune to. So, it's very weird. I mean, granted, I will admit you do see a sandstorm. It's just that Rion is the one that uses sandstorm. So it's there. Okay, so the get off me. So the thing you have to remember is even though you then, after finishing the fights there, get teleported to the stadium, you still don't heal. So, yeah. You still need to heal. I also should have probably bought more healing items than I did. I'm also going to save. So, yeah, we're totally going to fight Rion with 4 Pokemon. And I'm actually going to switch Kitty for Nth Trap. Because I totally want Nth Trap in my second slot right now. Okay. Now, if you hadn't guessed, this is naturally going to be a 2-on-2 battle. And here's the Sandstorm, which we're completely immune to because all our Pokemon are Steel types. So, you know, that's great. The downside is 90% of his Pokemon are immune to it too. He also only has 4 Pokemon though, so we're not really at that much of a disadvantage. The reason I wanted Nth Trap was because I wanted to be able to Muddy Water both of them. Because Flygon is Ground Dragon, and Gigalith is Rock Ground, and Gigalith avoided the attack, so that's not super great. Also, Gigalith will use Stealth Rock just like I did. So, yeah. But so we kind of want to take them out pretty quickly. Flygon in particular because it is ground type and we don't want it cracking a ground move on our steel types. I refuse to use Brave Bird for recoil purposes. Okay, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, if you hadn't guessed, all of his Pokemon, even though he is the Dragon Trainer, are Ground, Rock, and Dragon. He does not use straight Dragon. He literally has 2 Dragon Pokemon. He is actually more of a Ground Trainer than a Dragon Trainer. He has 3 Ground Pokemon, 2 Dragons, and 1 Rock, 1 Steel. His Gigalith is Rock. His Duraludin is Dragon. Then, well, actually, the easiest ones to go over first are the ground types. Gigalith, Flygon, and Sandaconda are all ground types. And Sandaconda is only ground type. So then you have his Flygon and his Duraludon as dragon types. And then you have Duraludon as a steel type, and Gigalith as a rock type. So yeah, more of his Pokemon are I kind of want to heavy slam Sandaconda, but at the same time, I want to Dynamax Tongues. I am going to max potion Tongues with Nth Trap's turn, though. He's totally going to Dynamax Duraludon, by the way. This is the problem with his Duraludon. It knows a fighting move, and I'm using nothing but steel types. And I really don't have a counter for a Dragon Steel Pokemon. That's why I wanted an Ice or Fairy move, was so I could counter Duraludon. So, yeah. Nth Trap just barely held on, but I was trying to get it to take out Sandaconda, which unfortunately used Protect. So, I mean, luckily we should still be able to win, but yeah. Also, the sandstorm subsided. It's definitely going to be a nasty fight. Because he's most likely going to take out both our Pokemon here. Because Sandaconda is faster than Nth Trap. Yeah. Luckily, that should be his last turn for his Duraludon. And so... And Sandaconda is not super dangerous for Razor, simply because its ground moves can't hit us. The problem is the fighting move can wreck Kitty, and the ground move can also wreck Kitty. Okay, I'm actually going to Drill Peck Duraludin and fake out Sandaconda and hope to kill it. I don't honestly care about Sandspit. Because, again, all of my Pokemon are immune. Now, that's the other problem. His Duraludin knows rock moves. Yeah, his Duraludin is a beast. There's a reason it's his ace. So yeah, this is gonna kill Razor. So we really need Kitty to pull this out. So we need Kitty to survive and hit this Shadow Ball. And Body Press is super effective. So yeah. Luckily, we managed to pull that off. Yeah, that was the gym I was most concerned about. Other than the fact that it was the 8th gym, I knew my team was in no way going to be able to counter it. I knew that was going to be a straight-up slugfest. And I'm probably going to end up actually just highlighting that whole gym. Outside of just putting just the YouTube video for the playthrough, I'm probably going to make that gym a separate highlight all on its own. At least the Rion fight and the second gym fight where Snaptrap ended up winning. Where Nth Trap ended up winning it simply because it refused to die through the power of love. So, yeah. There's, you know, there's a thing. That gym was a thing that happened. So, now, however, we can catch any level Pokemon. We have all 8 gym badges, so we can now catch all Pokemon. Now, of course, I want to get Duraludin before I have to go to work, which means I've got like an hour. Also, meet Professor Sonia. And somehow, even though she said she was going to give her her lab coat, she's still wearing her lab coat. And because I know there was, when the game came out and everything, this big whole thing, Sonia actually is a type of tree. So all of the professors are still trees. But the actual tree that Sonia is based off of, well, it's not actually a Sonia tree. There actually are a few trees that are from a family that share Sonia as part of their name. The most common of which is the Parkinsonia tree. Which there's a couple of. There's, I think, 3 or 4 of them. The one I know of is the Parkinsonia aculata, which is native to Mexico, actually. I know there's others, but I'm not sure where exactly they are. Or what their actual scientific name is. But, the more common name for the Parkinsonian Aculata is either the Jerusalem thorn or the Mexican palo verde. So she actually is named after a tree. Also, we can now buy full restores. And max repels. Now, I'm not gonna buy full restores. I will honestly probably only ever buy max potions because full restores are just a waste of money. Because very rarely do you actually need to heal and remove a status ailment at the same time. So I am going to buy 20 max potions, though. And you can buy regular revives, but honestly, there's no reason to. You do not have what I want. Do you have what I want? No. I also don't have BP, so it doesn't really matter if you do or not. Okay, so we're supposed to take the train north up to Route 10. However, we're not gonna do that right now. Probably actually should just fly south, it'd be faster, but I kinda wanna ride my bike there. Steelix. I'm actually heading all the way down to the Giants area. And if you're wondering why the ones that have beams aren't glowing is because I checked them all earlier when I was checking the weather to see if any of them were Hone Edge or something I actually cared about. None of them were. But anyways, we're gonna go over here to Giant Step. Or Giant Seat, sorry. Giant Seat. We're going to ignore that Bisharp and all of these Mudbray. And see if we can find a Duraludin. It does not look like it. That is disappointing. And just, I'm gonna battle her here just to show this fight. This is Pokemon Breeder Chloe. You can actually battle her throughout the story in the wild area here. She uses the starters. When you first get here, she will have the lowest forms. And then she will have the middle forms. So you actually can see them all for your Pokedex. Because there's no way to actually see the middle and lowest forms of the one you and Hop don't take. You will see the highest form because Leon uses it on his team. However, the one you took, you can see the forms just by evolving your own. Hops, you will also see the other ones. However, the one that Leon took, in this case, because I took Scorbunny, Hop took Grookey, you won't actually see Drizzle there unless you fight her. She is the only way you can see Drizzle in the game without just trading for a Sobble. I had to stop and think of the name. But, and eventually I think she does actually get them fully evolved. But, so, you can actually fight Chloe when you first get to the wild area, if you find her, to see the 3 lowest forms. Then you can, as I just did, see the middle forms, and of course later you'll see the top forms through either fighting Leon, evolving yours, or fighting Hop. Depending on which one of the 3 you need to see. But, anyways, we're gonna go back to Hammerlock now and take the train. Simply because I want to get Duraludin, and I know I've only got like an hour to do so. Because since I have to be to work at 4, I will need to take a shower and everything, so I'll have to end stream around 3. So, since it's 2:06 now, we've got about an hour. Also, you know, there's a bunch of people here and stuff. I'm actually gonna head back to the gym just to show it. There's all these people saying, hey, congratulations, good luck on, you know, fighting. And because I never actually went up here, there is a strawberry sweet up here, which is used to evolve Milcery. There is also this girl. She gives you a letter to deliver to somebody. It's very weird, and I will deliver it later. But, needless to say, it's very creepy, and honestly, the game basically says, of course you beat him in no time. I just finished stomping a mud hole in him. The game basically, when you give him the letter, says, yeah, the girl that gave it to you was totally a ghost. And you basically never see her again. And now we get another train scene with us sitting on the train staring at our phones. Because, you know, that's what everyone does now. So, alright, so this is Route 10. Now, Route 10 has a 2% chance. And I'm going to reiterate that. 2%. Just, you know, to make sure no one thought I said something higher. That is all the higher chance we have of getting Duraludin. So, yeah. Yeah. We can also get him on Lake of Outrage, but again, he's a very low chance. So, yeah. We're basically looking for like a 1 or 2% Pokemon here. So, yeah. The good thing is he is an overworld Pokemon, so he will actually be physically visible when he does show up. The problem with, and as I said, you can get him at Lake of Outrage. The problem is For him to appear at Lake of Outrage, it has to be a snowstorm. So it's the same as as Honedge. It requires a specific weather, which is not exactly conducive to catching him. And it's not even it needs to be snowing. It literally has to be a snowstorm. So, if it's not a complete snowstorm, you can't get Duraludin in Lake of Outrage, which is the problem with getting him. And even then, it's again a 2% chance. The other problem is Duraludin doesn't appear in this area, so we completely ignore this area. We actually have to go up the hill to the main area of Route 10, and Duraludin only appears up there. So, basically, we need to go up there, run around until we get Duraludin to spawn, which means we're basically looking for a 1% overworld spawn to occur. And then we still have to catch it. The bright side is it's going to be fairly close to our level already, because it should be around 45-50. So we shouldn't really need to do too much training with it, but, and honestly, any training it does need, I'll probably just candy it, but, yeah. Now, I'm gonna be a dick and just switch Pokemon here, because screw Dig. The downside is Razor doesn't have any good moves to actually fight Steelix without having Hone Clawed a couple of times. I mean, if I had 2 or 3 Hone Claws up, then Power Trip would basically be able to murder the crap out of it, but without having, like, 2 Hone Claws up, there's, like, no way I can do massive damage. Luckily, it's essentially gonna die to Hail here in a minute anyways. I'm gonna finish it with Steel Wing just because I can. Okay, we're good. I'm actually gonna switch to Nth Trap, I think. guess Razor would technically be immune to its ground moves, being as it is a ground type. But at the same time, I can snap trap it, so... That hurt, but, I mean, I understand why it hurt when it crit, so it's fine. So, I'm gonna go ahead and Muddy Water, see if I can't lower its accuracy. Nope, that'll kill me. Yep, and its trap's down. Dang. That's unfortunate. We'll just throw Razor back out there. And we'll just finish up the Drill Peck. Now I'm actually going to come back down here to this doctor. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was thinking he actually healed your Pokemon, but he doesn't. Okay, so nothing there. Double check to make sure I'm right on this. I could actually be wrong. It could be a random in the grass Pokemon, but I don't think it is. Okay, it is Overworld. The one I need that's random in the grass is SQ. Which, again, is a 2% Pokemon. That is not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Don't even honestly care. As long as I have one of each berry left, I don't care. I'm pretty sure, whoops, splashed some out. I'm pretty sure that this is only going to be Milcery class, because I did not use any high class berries. I could be wrong. I mean, I might get Kaparaja class. I am fairly decent at cooking. Nope, nursery, that's what I figured. Yeah. Like I said, I'm fairly decent at it, but honestly, it doesn't surprise me that I got Kaparaja class, or that I got nursery class there. And there is no way to actually get through here without a fight. You either have to fight this guy or the other guy up top. You have to fight one of the two. There's really just, those are your two options. You fight one or you fight the other. There's no getting around it. And unfortunately, we just don't have a good counter for Corviknight. So, luckily, Corviknight really doesn't have any good moves to hit us with either, so it kind of works out, but... And of course, Kaparaja being so much heavier than Corviknight means Heavy Slam still does okay damage. But, yeah, that Corviknight being gone is definitely helpful. I'm going to leave Kaparaja out simply because I know it can one-shot this Flygon. At least I think it can one-shot this Flygon. Or it could get crit by Earth Power and get royally screwed over. So, yeah, this is Corviknight. So, we're going to see another Corviknight in this fight. This time it'll be Razor. Oh, good. I did not want that Dragon Tail to connect. Dragon Tail has the interesting effect that it does damage, but it also acts as a whirlwind or a roar. So it does damage, and then it switches your Pokemon. Yes, just so I can cook. Also, you'll notice all of these are pretty much Galarian versions, with the exception of Phalanx and Morpeko. You've got a Galarian Weezing, a Galarian it's Mr. Rhyme that he has. It's the evolved form of Galarian Mr. Mime. A Galarian Farfetch'd, a Galarian Stunfisk, and a Galarian Rapidash. And once again, I'm not remotely concerned about what I'm using for berries. there's a good flame. Not sure I like the expressions on their faces there. Also, I'm pretty sure that was Milcery class. Oh, nope, Copperajah class, cool. Also, Nth Trap is not getting the bonus that it would there, or the rest of the experience, because it doesn't like spicy food. Also, I'm going to get rid of Stealth Rock for Play Rough now, which I would have loved to have had in the last fight with Rion. Oh, please be an SQ. Nope, Snom. I would have loved for you to be an SQ, but you're a Snom, which I don't need. I should probably fight that guy so I don't have to keep dodging him, but I'm gonna ride all the way down here, turn around, ride all the way back up, because that should respawn everything. Whoops. Ran into Snover. I mean, granted, I can also do that. Just run into the Pokemon to forcibly respawn them. Go away, Sneasel. to Mr. Mime, Mr. Mime, ran into Mr. Mime. Oddly enough, I actually have a problem with Mr. Mime, surprisingly, and this one actually exemplifies exactly why. There are certain Pokemon that can only be a specific gender, most notably Tyrogue and the Hitmon family. All of them are male. There is no female Hitmon, period. But somehow a Pokemon literally named Mr. can be female. I never understood why, when they made gender specifics, they didn't make Mr. Mime male exclusive. But for whatever reason, they didn't. I would very much like to see a Duraludin, guys. Ha! Got it. Ha! We got our Duraludin. Excellent. Now we just have to catch it. Now, Duraludin is actually very heavy, which is why I'm using Heavy Slam. Because, one, it's not very effective, and two, it's not going to do a whole lot of damage. And Breaking Swipe will also make it do less damage, being as it will lower our attack. And at this point, we're just going to start chucking Pokeballs at it and hope we catch it before the hail kills it. Because otherwise we're going to have to ride around more until another one spawns. Got it. We got our Duraludin. So, we got our fifth Pokemon. Which I actually do have a nickname for, which I actually thought quite a lot about this one. And, well, it's not actually real. I did use Nth from the DC Nth medal, so I figured I should probably give um, Marvel Universe some love. So this is so I'm actually gonna name him, if I can spell correctly. I think I spelled that correctly. I need to actually make sure I spelled that correctly. I think it might actually be an I, not an A. No, I think it's an A. So I did think about using vibranium for the Marvel reference. And I also thought about whether I wanted to use adamantium or adamantine. Now, they're the same number of letters, so unfortunately, I can't do what I want because it's only 12 characters. Because I wanted to actually call it Adamantium Dragon. That doesn't work because obviously I would need 5 characters more than I have, or at least 4 if I didn't put a space in it. The problem is, I thought about doing the same thing with vibranium. The problem is vibranium is also too long to be able to put dragon with it. I also thought about steel dragon, but so what I actually decided on was to simply name it adamantium D. And so now we have our 5th Pokemon with our Duraludon. Steel Dragon, level 45, female. It's got a positive special attack and a negative special defense. That is not great. Because Duraludon has terrible base special defense. However, it does know dragon moves, which is helpful. But yeah, so it is not going to be any kind of special defense tank, or even really a tank at all. It is definitely very much not tanky. I am going to drop probably 3 large candies on it to see about getting it up to level 50, which that might get it there. Nope, not quite. Does want to learn Dragon Claw, which honestly, I'm going to get rid of Dragon Tail simply because, honestly, Dragon Claw's 20 power more and 10 accuracy more. Dragon Tail is good for forcing your opponent to switch Pokemon, but at the same time, it's less accurate, and I don't really need it for the story. It's really good for competitive battling. I'm going to give it one more just to get it to 50. I'm also going to give one to Nth Trap just to get it to 50 as well. Okay, 51 because he was close enough, but whatever. Yes, yes, I'm totally going to teach my level 51 Stunfisk Flail. Okay, so now what we're doing here is accidentally running into Snover. Since I've only got about 15-20 minutes left, I'm gonna end up stopping here. So I'm gonna spend the next like 15-20 minutes running around looking for SQ. Joy. Now, SQ appears in the random exclamation battles you can get in the grass, but it's shield exclusive, which is why I need to catch one for my sword. The problem is it's a 2% spawn rate. It literally spawns about as often as Duraludin. So there's a good chance that in the next 15-20 minutes, I do not see one. It took us about half an hour to get Duraludin to spawn. And so I basically need to hit that 2% again. Oh, hey, look, another Duraludin. Okay, so I actually did get another 1-2% Pokemon to spawn again, which is problematic, because that's not the one I wanted. I should also probably heal tongues. Okay, well, that's vanillish. Now, if you actually catch this, back in Chinster, there is the guy who will trade you a fighting-type Pokemon for one of these. That is exclusive. He'll trade you whichever one's exclusive to the other game in the wild. So you technically can get both in one game without having the other one. But that's literally for Pokedex completion. There's no real reason to do otherwise. So, yeah. And as I said, this could take the entire remainder of the stream to find one SQ, and if we do, fantastic. If we don't, well, the stream tomorrow should be able to get it if I don't try go getting a Honedge, depending on the weather conditions. Because at this point, I've kind of given up on getting Honedge for the team. I wanted one, but I'm probably gonna just go catch a Doublade now. So I'll probably just catch Doublade simply because it's faster and easier. And I'll worry about getting a Hone Edge. Probably never, honestly, because there will be no reason for me to have one. Because I do plan on just restarting this once I'm done with the game and everything. And Isle of Armor. I mean, I will do Isle of Armor and everything and all that, but I won't really be worrying about getting Pokedex completion or anything, so it's gonna end up being just irrelevant if I get Hone Edge, since I can just go catch Doublade now that I can catch any level Pokemon. Because I know where I can get at Doublade, guaranteed. Because Hammerlock Hills, there is always a Doublade that spawns there, regardless of weather condition. I kind of figured it'd be faster than me, but I thought I'd try it just because. Yeah. Whatever. Just Iron Head it. Kitty should actually be faster. Come on. I know I'm asking for a 2%, but come on. I just want one penguin. That's all I want, game. Just one. There's a good chance that actually does damage. Less damage than I thought. Come on. Enough with the bear tick. If I wanted a bear tick, I'd go catch the one ending in the overworld. I just want a penguin with an ice cube for a head. That's all I want. The thing that annoys me the most about this is my wife literally accidentally ran into one just when she was on her way through the grass as going to the championship stuff. I mean, she was literally just running through the grass, ran into one of the exclamation points by accident and got an SQ. She wasn't even trying. wanna swagger me? Come on. One SQ, that's all I need. That is not SQ. That is also not an SQ. Granted, Bear Tick is like 25% chance to spawn, so I'm not surprised we're seeing so many. I accidentally ran into the Snover. What does surprise me is we're not seeing more Vanillish. Because in Shield, Vanillish literally has a double slotting in this area. Because Darumaka is actually exclusive to Sword and takes up one of the slots in this area that in Shield is given to Vanillish when it already has a slot. So I'm surprised we have not seen more Vanillish, honestly. And Nth Trap is dead. I'll eventually go to the Pokemon camp and heal, but why did I hit use next Pokemon? Just run away, Razor. I've got like 5-10 minutes to find this SQ, and then I'm gonna have to end stream to get ready for work. Honestly, with Razor being higher level and having a higher speed than most of the rest of my Pokemon, should actually have an easier time running away. The only reason I didn't have Razor in the front to begin with is because I didn't want to have to deal with all of the text that comes up for it. is you get the Pokemon you're encountering, the text from sending Razor out, Razor's ability, Razor's unnerve ability, the hail thing, the thing because as it's, you know, been camping with me a bunch and loves me. So there's just like so many dialogue boxes that it's kind of ridiculous. Oh my god, stop appearing over there. Or at least be an SQ. I just want a little ice-cubed penguin. That's all I want. One penguin with an ice-cube forehead, please. That is not a penguin with an ice-cube forehead. That is a bear with icicles for a beard. That is not remotely what I asked for. That's an abominable snowman thing made out of grass. Come on, game. I apparently have an Abomasnow too, because as it's got the marker saying I've caught one. That's an ice cream cone game. Come on now. Penguin with an ice cube. Ice cube, not ice cone. Okay, I give you credit for giving me something different, but that's not what we're looking for either. You know what? I'm gonna drill peck it to death because I can. If I just start killing all of these things, will they stop attacking me so SQ can show up? Is that the trick? Is that what I need to do? I mean, granted, they're pretty much all weak to Razor in some form or another. If not flying, they're weak to steel because they're ice types. Granted, I'm not gonna guarantee Steel Wing will kill, but... that and Steel Wing can miss because it has a lower accuracy than 100. Oh, God. It's now just after 3 o'clock, so I've been working an hour, which means I've got to leave in like half an hour, 35 minutes, so I need to start getting ready soon. Okay, so we will do 5 encounters after this snom, and then I'm gonna have to save and stream and get ready for work because I've gotta go take a shower. So we will definitely be getting our last Pokemon tomorrow. Because I will just skip Honedge altogether and get Doublade. So we'll definitely get Doublade tomorrow and most likely finish the main story. I probably won't finish the post-game or Isle of Armor. But, really? But I should finish the main story and get the legendaries at least. Wow, okay. Steel Wing actually without a crit can't kill. Good to know. I wasn't sure if on that first one when it crit, the crit was necessary or not, but apparently it is. Okay, so we've got 4 more. 3 more. I wonder if Drill Peck would actually be more effective. I mean, if I'm gonna have to 2-shot it anyways. Depends on what it hits us with, whether we die or not. Might die. Just barely. Okay, so 3 more encounters. I am gonna max potion Razor. Just because I actually want to continue to use Razor for these fights. Okay, 2 more after this. Okay, that's the 3rd Snom we've seen now, which is the 10% slot. Oddly enough, there's a 30% slot, a 28% slot, a 25% slot, a 10% slot, a 5% slot, and a 2% slot. The one we're looking for is the 2% slot. Although the 5% slot on this route for Shield is weird because it's actually just given to Vanillish, which is technically the 30% slot by itself because Darumaka's exclusive to Sword, and that's technically this route's 5% slot for the area. Yeah, we're actually almost done with the main game. If you actually want to go back and check out the VODs on my channel for the rest of the run, I actually have pretty much, other than the first about 45 minutes, used Pokemon that didn't have some form of Steel type in their evolutionary line, simply because I had to use the starter. Razor's actually the first Pokemon I got for the playthrough back when I could first get a Rookity. We actually do have our full party at this point, other than one Pokemon. The 6th Pokemon is actually going to be Doublade, and then Aegislash. I had hoped to get... Wow, that's entirely possible that was actually a range. Oh, don't hit. Thank God. I'd actually hoped to have gotten a Honedge much earlier in the playthrough. However, the only way to get Honedge is to have the wild area weather cooperate, which it never did. So, if I can get this stupid SQ, which doesn't want to show up, then I'll go get Doublade, because I can just get a Doublade in the wild area without having to catch Honedge. Although that's probably going to be tomorrow, because I'm actually going to have to get going here in a minute. And I do plan on putting the full playthrough on YouTube as well. And if you want to leave a comment on one of the videos about a type or a specific Pokemon in a type, I do actually plan on doing 18 different monotype runs to actually do one for every type. All of them will be done on Shield with the condition that the Pokemon used have to be obtainable in the main game. So, no Sword exclusives, no early gen that would require me transferring them from Pokemon Home. Well, I do have both Sword and Pokemon Home and could totally get any of the Pokemon I want. I just don't feel like doing that, because to me it's basically cheating. It's like, oh yay, I can use whatever Pokemon I want that, you know, the game will let me. Because, let's face it, if, you know, I go to do the Psychic type and just, you know, grab Mewtwo off of my Pokemon Home, where's the challenge? So far, Steel hasn't been a huge challenge. The Pokemon I chose did allow me to cover most everything I needed to. Rion and the Dragon Trainers were a bit of a challenge. I had a rough time with a couple of them. Rion actually almost beat me. Actually, the second of the 3 trainers almost beat me too. I'm actually probably going to end up highlighting that battle, because my Stunfisk Nth Trap ended up winning that fight literally because he just refused to die. Nth Trap ended up surviving that fight, I think, 3 times just because it didn't want to faint because of its affection towards me. A gym leader playthrough may actually be interesting to try. I haven't really ever thought about doing one of those. I have no desire to do Nuzlocke challenges. I've tried doing Nuzlocke before. I tried doing a Nuzlocke in Gen 5 as well as Gen 6 with Pokemon White and then Pokemon Y. I tried doing a Nuzlocke on both of those, and honestly, it just became a drag, and I just ended up, after getting 5 or 6 badges, because I was just forcing myself through it, deciding I just don't want to do this anymore. Nuzlocke just honestly has too much randomness to it for me, simply because you could end up spending 3-4 hours training a Pokemon and then have it just accidentally die to a random crit, which completely screws your team over. Which, oddly enough, I actually had happen on my Nuzlocke I was doing on Y, which was one of the reasons I ended up just scrapping that idea entirely. Because, I was on my way to get the 6th badge on Y, and my starter I had managed to keep alive and everything all the way through, and it was doing great and was like level 45, and then it got hit by a horn drill and just got one shot and just completely pissed me off. So that just made me decide, okay, I'm done with Nuzlocks forever, because I'm not gonna do a thing where a random crit or a one-hit KO move like a couple minutes ago, the Beartic tried to hit me with sheer cold. Something like that happens and connects. It's a one-hit KO. Your Pokemon's dead. There's nothing you can do about it. And that's just dumb to me. I also have no desire to do one of the other popular runs, which is metronome only. Well, I do have a couple of Pokemon randomizers on my computer. I've got one for Blue as well as one for Crystal. But I have no desire to do metronome only, simply because I have no desire to rely on that much blind luck and RNG. For the gym leader playthrough, though, if I was gonna pick one from Gen 8, I would probably actually use yeah, I'd probably actually use post-game, I have to remember his name now. I can't remember his name because it's been too long since I actually fought him. I would actually do the Chichester gym leader from Sword. I would actually do the Rock Gym. I would use his post-game team. And I can't for the life of me think of his name right now. The 6th gym in Sword. In Shield, it's the Ice Gym. Honestly, it's been, I don't know, 3 or... Yeah, Gordy, thank you. Yeah, it's been like 4 months since I actually fought him. Because I played through Sword first and didn't actually start playing a Shield playthrough until after Isle of Armor came out. So it's been a while since I actually fought Gordy. I'd actually have to go back and fight him again to make sure I have his team correct. Or at least look his team up online. I'd probably honestly just go look his team up online. And that one I probably actually would cheat. I would probably just breed at least one of his Pokemon that I could then just transfer over from Sword and just use that as soon as I got access to the boxes. Just because I wouldn't want to have to try and go through and find where to catch them. Okay. It's almost 20 after. So, I'm gonna have to head off and get ready for work. I do thank you for stopping by, and I am sorry that I didn't have a longer stream today. I was having issues earlier with my stream dropping a bunch of frames, and I had to figure that out and fix it. I will probably do a morning, early afternoon stream again tomorrow, where I'll probably try and finish the main story for Shield. I don't know if I will do post-game stuff or Isle of Armor first after I finish the main story. After I finish everything on here, I'll probably do a little bit of Pokedex completion on Shield for the exclusives I don't have on my Sword yet. And then I'll probably reset Shield to do another challenge run. Although I'll probably hold off for a week or two before I do that while I play other games. Because there are a couple other games I have been meaning to stream lately. That, and I did just pick up a couple new games this past week. And of course there are the VODs for the rest of the playthrough if anyone wants to check those out and watch it from the beginning, as well as all my old VODs, and you can also check out old streams on my YouTube as well, which I actually need to get around to putting a link to that in my description below the stream at some point. I've never bothered to actually put that down there. I really should. I'll probably do that tomorrow or Monday when I have some time off. But again, thanks for watching, and I will hopefully see everyone later.